Hello, everybody. We're back in Final Fantasy XI. I'd like you to all sit down with me. We're gonna have a little chat. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, we are back in and we are ready to go. Ooh, all right. So we've got a couple things that we're doing today. We are going to be working on more Change Promathia, and we're also going to get me my second weapon skill unlocked. We're gonna go get Tachi, Kasha unlocked. So I'm gonna go ahead and stand up. So we were here last time with Jakraba, and I had spent a little bit of time getting that activated. Got the Tachi of Trials and got that completed up for the mission. We now have to go fight something. Wonderful, you are now ready for the final portion of your journey. Travel to the place inscribed upon this map to the Annals of Truth, the Kuftel Tunnel. There you will meet your final test. So, we are now going to go fight whatever's in Kuftel Tunnel. We need to go to figure out where it is as well. So, the reason why I want to do this is because, one, it's a weapon skill. I need to do it at some point. And two, I now have a weapon that actually gives me a bunch of power based off of that weapon skill, which is awfully nice. Okay, luckily in Norg, we have a survival guide, so we can warp here. Okay, let's see. It is in the Volbau region. Kuftel Tunnel. And no, those people who might have joined me already in chat, you're not mistaken. We have started early. I thought we'll do close to 3.5 hours tonight, maybe close to 4, depending on what happens. So we need to figure out where we need to go for this particular. Okay. Continue north through the large tunnel until you come to I-5 and then head southeast. Everything in here is high enough that it can attack me, so I'm going to go ahead and summon a couple of things. Let's do this. Okay. I'm not concerned at all about the boss itself. I'm just concerned about getting bogged down with other things attacking me and stuff. So, within the time that I have been between streams of doing this game, I've actually gone and done a couple things. So, there is something called the Trial of the Magians that you do, and it allows you to make custom weapons and stuff like that. Well, the other thing is that it actually allows you to also upgrade weapons that you've gotten before, like specific rare ones like the ultimate weapons. So, the relic weapons, the mystic weapons, but it's meant specifically to build the Empyrean weapons, which are the third set of the super weapons. So, at least I'm aware of. I don't remember if something got introduced before them or not, but a lot of things got introduced. Okay. We're going to stop here for a second because we're going to get attacked by several crabs. All right, you stinkers. Like I said, just getting chased around, and I'd rather not have, a dozen crabs dragged behind me. Okay. So an I-5, which is... Okay, so I know where we're going now. Stop that, you stinker. So a lot of the trials, depending on what you're making, require different things. If you're starting from scratch and you're making a physical or magic-based weapon, it will require you to attack certain things during like certain types of weather, certain types of day, and stuff like that, and basically get points off. For the more powerful weapons, like the primo weapons, the really powerful super weapons, you have to go attack notorious monsters. So I am working on trying to get the Masamune, or Masamune, depending on where you are in the world. I always took it as Masamune, but apparently that's how the British say it, not how Americans say it, which is Masamune. I never understood that. And it is the Empyrean weapon for samurai, the big old katana that you can get. And it unlocks a new weapon skill. And it will be, I don't know if it'll be the first, but it'll be one of the quicker weapons to get. I think we have to keep going until we get to about I-5, and then we'll take that side tunnel down this way. So. Yes, everything come try and have a taste of me. So for the last couple days, I've actually started the trials on those. And unfortunately, the trials, as annoying as they are, it's just kind of the only process to do it. Apparently, I'd gotten the... I was taking a look at some of the lock style stuff that I'd had on my previous character when I was playing, and apparently I'd gotten it on that character. I don't remember a single thing about I didn't remember actually doing that. Eventually, it'll take us into Abyssia, so I will have to hold off at some point because I haven't unlocked certain areas. Because I think there's enemies that I have to go into Wings of the Goddess for, and then I have to go into Abyssia for, and play a lot of Abyssia. But I have to do that for the Empyrean armor anyway, so we're gonna get into that eventually. Okay. Now, is an L7 apparently, which is right about kind of in this area. Sheesh. Everything just wants a bite of me. Yeah, here's a new weapon. Here's a new weapon unlocked. Weapon skill that I have unlocked. It's called Shoha. Yeah, that looks really cool. And it's kind of typical of all the weapon skills that you get. You start out with something really basic, and then they start getting more elaborate over time. Okay, so it should be L7, so it should have been right back in this room, actually. Here, right here. Kettenkaffer. Sucks to be you, dude. You're just about to get pounded. Bye-bye. Okay, and then we can run back, and we will talk to Drakaba again, and we'll be done with that. We do have more quests that we need to do with Samurai, but I'm trying not to hold off on the story stuff any longer than I need to, because it is, one, it's getting really good, and two, it's taking, it's keeping me from doing other stuff, so I want to have everything on stream. So, we're going to go ahead, and we're just going to keep going. We'll keep a third eye up. So anything that kind of attacks me will have to fight that. So I guess because you guys haven't really seen me play Samurai, I need to explain a little bit of what Samurai does. So Samurai originally is built as the weapon skill chain master. It's built to build up a bunch of TP, and it actually has abilities that it can actually self-chain. So it can actually do 2 weapon skills at once. and get a skill chain off of it. So samurais are really good for late game because then you're triggering all kinds of weapon skill combinations off that do lots of extra damage. So samurai have two different stances, Saigen and Hasso. Saigen works with an ability called Third Eye, which you see me activate. What Third Eye basically does is that on its own, it makes it so then you can your character will anticipate and attack. And I think it also gives you a chance of countering at times. I'm gonna have so many guys after me after this. Hopefully we can kill everything before it gets too nasty. So Saigen makes it so then Third Eye has a chance of not wearing off. So it makes it so then Third Eye becomes better. So it's not a proper tanking ability, but it's a way to make it so then you don't get hit as often with a chance of countering your opponent. The other one is Hasso, which basically is a self-imposed haste stance. Oh my gosh. All you goobers. I'm having fish tonight, says Bruce from Finding Nemo. Get a couple merit points off this probably too. So the whole point of Hasso is that it basically gives you haste. So it makes it so then you attack faster, it gives you accuracy, it gives you strength, it gives you attack, all kinds of stuff. So if you're not playing as the main focus, as Samurai, you're putting Hasso on. And it's so good that you will have a lot of other jobs put Samurai on for build TP, so they can do their own weapon skills faster, or the Hasso buff, so then you can have that as well. So you can have like Dragoon, Warrior, Dark Knight. Samurai is usually the sub for that. In a lot of basic cases. Later on, it's more complex. There's a lot more nuance to it when you get to higher levels, because Dragoon apparently is being a more interesting sub a lot of time. Because I think it can do things like boost weapon skill damage and stuff like that, as well as the enmity drop you get from jumps. So I'm trying not to level any other jobs now, because when we finally get through all of the because every time I get a key item from the Rhapsodies of Vana'diel, it gives me more experience boost. So I'll be able to level jobs even faster. So I level them now if I don't have to. Okay. Oh, it's kind of cool. I was playing it a little earlier today, and I saw a character whose name was Calspren. I was like, oh, Brandon Sanderson fan. Love it. Yay. Wait, what? What are you talking about? Was that not it? Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Oh, I'm so dumb. I didn't click on the thing again. I didn't get the item. Oh my gosh, I just wasted so much time. Wow, I'm dumb. So easy to do that in this game. You're supposed to talk to the thing again. And you get the key item back. Sheesh. Oh, now I gotta run back out there again. I am such a dummy. There goes Galadrios. He's in my link shell. Looks like he's on his samurai. Okay. Come on now. Play nice with me. Ugh, I feel so dumb. Okay, let's hurry on back over there. This time we won't do parcel fights. We'll just run all the way down there, fight everything that's in the room, and then click on the thing. Heck, we might just click on it. Well, we might not be able to, because if you get attacked while looking at a point of interest like that, there's a chance that the event will be skipped. So we probably will have to kill everything. So I'll have to kill all the crabs and the raptors. I have spent a lot of time in Cuptail because when you are leveling, if you don't get the Esha stuff unlocked or decide to use that to level up, Kufta Tunnel has been kind of my location to go for 55-ish to 60. So when I've been leveling up the other jobs, before I realized I really need to stop so I can level up other things. That's where it's where I've been going. That entrance area right there, it has crabs and it has the lizards, which are what is needed for the first page. And then I have spent a little more time. If you look there where E is, occasionally there's a rock there, and it occasionally will go away. I don't know how to explain it. I don't know if it phantasms or what happens, but it basically opens up to a lower section there that's only sometimes only open, and it will it leads down into a much heavier area where you're able to fight stuff for level 90 or something like that. No explanation of why the rock is only there sometimes. It's very odd. Okay, until we activate this. Okay, let's fight everything because I'm getting. So you see, anticipates the attack, anticipates the attack, anticipates the attack. Okay, so now everything's attacking Val. I'll just put on Hasso itself. See, and what I didn't say before is that the two abilities, they have their stances, so you can't replace one. You can place one with the other, but you can't have both going at the same time. You're either in an aggressive stance or you're in a more defensive stance. Go. For all the enemies that you can potentially fight in this game, there's a lot that you will repeatedly fight against. Lizards, crabs, hares, flies. It can be a little odd sometimes. Alright, you. You're a beetle? I'm gonna give you butterflies. Agiha! Butterflies! There we go. Okay, now just run back. Oh, it took twice as long as it needed to be, but... Anyway. Hope you guys had a pretty good week this week. Mine's been a little slow, a little quiet, but honestly, it felt okay this week to do it that way. I was getting a massive messages from local politicians. So I was like, how do you even have my number? Why are you texting my number? I hate that they're able to do that. Republicans are doing this. Democrats are doing that. I don't care. I really don't. Both sides are messed up. I don't care if it's local. I don't care if it's national, federal, whatever. I don't want to receive those messages. I try never to give my phone number away to political parties if I can help it, because then they'll just message me, and it's annoying. Okay. So I think the crabs are detecting me by either sight or sound, and then they link. So if it sees one of them attacking a target, they'll all start to attack it too. They all want to gang up and have a piece. You know. Activate this again, so then I'm not getting killed. Didn't get nearly as many this time, but that's okay. I think the worst part is that, as far as I know, I don't think Great Katana really has any kind of AoE weapon skills. Every other job, I think, every other weapon has at least one AoE skill. Sword has Circle Blade, I think, which is an AoE. Dark Knight has a couple. So Scythe and Great Sword, they have a couple. I actually don't know about normal katana. I played ninja so infrequently. Okay, now we can go back to Nord. I do kind of like that in this game, as opposed to 14, that you can have different weapons for each of the jobs, as opposed to 14, where the job is linked to a weapon. If I go into my combat skills, so I could equip hand-to-hand sword. Well, no, I don't think so. I think only certain ones I'm able to hold on for. It's a matter of proficiency. Each job except for one has a proficiency with a particular weapon, and it is like the best at that job. So, well, and I think the mages are a little different. They have the best proficiency in a certain kind of magic. Some of them are obvious. Blue Mage, best in blue magic, naturally. Bard is the best at singing. Even though when I looked up the thing, Bard is not incredibly good at singing, despite the fact it's the only job that doesn't. Red Mage is enfeebling. White Mage is healing. Black Mage is elemental. There we go. The Annals of Truth. So you have finally completed this leg of your journey. You're now ready to begin anew with your new techniques. Yay! I now have Tachi Kasha, which we'll be working on, which we'll be showcasing throughout this time. Because of that, I actually want to equip my other weapon. So take the Ichigo off, and we'll put the Kaja on. It's got a blue blade on it, which is kind of cool. The reason why Kasha is so good with this one is because specifically it has Aftermath, which basically is an additional effect. So it gives me a bunch of bonuses to it, but it also activates Tachi Kasha, and it gives it 25% more damage. So many people, it's making the game chug. Okay, so we got that done. Let's go on to Chains of Promathia and do some more of that. So, I'm gonna go ahead and close out that page. Now, where were we? Okay, so we talked to him, and then we need to talk to... So we need to go to Lower Juno again, I believe. Yeah, so recap on what happened last time. We had an encounter with Bahamut. We got trapped. We got knocked away to Bastock, to Gustburg. We then got we then had to travel around asking information about the Northern Expedition, the multi-nation expedition stuff. When we found Preesh again in Juno, she was basically kind of in a nightmare. She was kind of in a living nightmare, like not necessarily coma, because she was still talking and moving around and stuff. But she no longer has the amulet around her neck. Somebody stole it. So we figured out, okay, we need to go to a particular place called, how I'm pronouncing it is Pozai. I don't think that's how, it's weird. Anyway, we're gonna go talk here. What, want to explore the towers of Solzai? That shouldn't be a problem. We recently opened those ruins to all explorers. However, the Tenchoto is currently conducting an investigation on the deeper areas of the central tower. We can't have pesky adventurers running around getting in our way. Though, if you were to scratch our backs, we wouldn't have any problem scratching yours. This happens that the Tenchoto is searching for a certain jewel that is very popular in the Near Eastern countries. What kind of gem is this? Well, they're thin, hexagonally shaped, and come in rare colors like carmine and cyan. I heard that rich people like to decorate their turbans with them. They even say that sometimes a strange light shoots from their centers, though. I've never seen it happen. Lucky for you, I've been finding a lot of those jewels in the other towers of Posai. Unfortunately, some strange device in that place seems to weaken even the strongest of our members. That's where you come in. Now, if you were able to find one of those and bring it back to me, I'm pretty sure I could convince the boss to allow you to access the central tower. So, looks like we have to do a... defeat all monsters until everyone, or if Solo, has any of the color chips. It doesn't matter which color as long as everyone has at least one. It is easiest to fight the Dynamite, which drop gray chip in the first room of the Age 8 level entrance. So, now we have to do a thing. Oh, yeah, look, this is the armor. Oh, and he even has the Masamune. That's what it looks like. It looks freaking sweet. This lovely red armor with the sickle moon headdress on it and everything, and the blue blade and everything. Looks really cool. That's eventually what we're going to look like at some point. Okay. So, now I need to do a travel to Houston Glacier. Okay. Paragandi. Put away. Excuse me. Okay, so we're just gonna go walk right into here. Oh. Weird. Okay, let me look here for a second. Do gazers drop? No. Gazers do not drop. Dynamite does. We actually get to attack one of these things. Give me a second here. Also to activate the region. There it is. Oh, I found a florid stone. Not what we're looking for. Yeah, not what we're looking for. Snowballs don't drop them. So it looks like it's dynamites, the archaic chest, and snow lizards. Oh, look. There's more dynamites here. These things have been eating lizards, apparently. No luck so far. Oh, lovely. It's like a big freaking maze. I think this is what the chips are needed for, because you can end up at different areas, I think. And that was a zone change, oddly enough. Honestly, was not expecting a zone change. And I do not remember this area in the slightest, so I don't think I got this far with Chains of Promathia. I think the farthest I actually got was to this point, and then I stopped. For whatever reason. I just do not remember this. Even if I did, I was not the one. I wasn't navigating it alone. Somebody would have done the navigation and would have yanked me with them. So just want to remember I'm not being a numpty, that I actually have... So there's the boarding pass. Trial log. Oh yeah, the 2 chairs that I got. You guys have only seen me sit in one of the chairs. A lot of lizard blood. We'll just go walk through any of these, I guess. I don't know. As long as we work our way back out, I guess it doesn't really matter. Okay, got the conflict area. That's great. I got a gold ring. I don't know about the gold ring. Oh, okay. Well, this is annoying. Just need one of the chips to fall. Come on. Oh, okay. So depending on which tower I go into, more or less, will be... will show which chip actually has a higher drop rate. So it says here that you used to fight Thermite who dropped the gray chip. If you go to the uncapped entrance at G9, you'll find the treasure chest monsters, the mimics. They have a very high drop rate of the cyan chip. So I think we might do that. We might go to a different area and see if we can find something. Because we just need a chip. We're not going for specific ones. So. Waiting for the dynamites to pop back up. Probably going to take a little bit more time than we actually want. Okay, so we need to go to the one at F7. Okay, so it is up a little bit. Yeah, a little bit of a trip. No problem with that. Hey there, Nuts. Good to see you again. Really do appreciate all the lurks and stuff that you give me. let's go ahead and run up here. Alcabrina. Notorious monster. And you all know what Calcabrina would be from the Anti-Tower in Final Fantasy XIV. Enter the tower. Okay. The original dynamite that I was attacking, they were 42 to 48 in level. The treasure monsters we're probably going to see. There's Maze Lizard. We're gonna see. Oh, there's spots here. Let's see. Okay. Now. So I'm probably going to get myself lost in here. More than anything else. There are drops here. I don't know what the drops do. Okay, looks like we're going to be dropping a little bit. Down we go. Yeet! 5,000 eyes. Incredibly easy prey, so this is where we're kind of sitting now. Tachi, Kasha! Cool, I needed that Heck Die's Eye. I know very specifically that I need that for a quest. There it is. Okay, let's go ahead and summon a couple trusts. We don't need all trusts up. We just need a couple. Oh my gosh. Oh, there's a flippin' elevator and everything? Oh my goodness. Okay, so. Ah. Oh, this looks all kinds of complicated. My goodness. Whoop. Activate Hasu and some of my other stuff. Attack speed, accuracy, and strength are enhanced.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Million Eyes, is that a... No, it's still a normal enemy. Well, thankfully I'm not casting any magic, so I shouldn't have to deal with the elemental. Unless we hit it with an AoE. Like that. That's okay. Tachi, Kasha! That's good. Getting clusters and stuff is good. I can store those away. Oh my goodness gracious. Okay, so. Ah, more dynamites. Need these ones. Great ship! Ha 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 ha! Good. Now we should be able to warp out. Because now we have to actually go walk through this place properly. I don't want to try and figure out how to get out of here before we actually do have to traverse the area. So. Needs to load in. Okay, so now we're gonna teleport again. Juno back to Lower Juno. Yes. Give me one moment here. There we go. That. Great chip. There it was. There it is. Give me that. Well, what do you know? This is exactly what we've been looking for. 500 Jill. You know, that's not a bad treasure hunter. You ever think of joining the Tinshoto? Ah, but you probably get bored really quick. Anyway, take this pass. It'll give you access to the more sensitive areas of the ruins. But I'll warn you one last time, the Central Tower ruins are still under investigation. Don't expect any search parties if you happen to get lost. Yep. Okay, so. All right. Now we're going to go back to this main entrance. Oh, forgot that there was a gate there. Can't just walk through. Nope, nope, nope. You gotta just... Okay. Now, because we're actually zoning stuff, there's no point in me doing anything in the way of buffs or anything like that. I'm high enough level that if anything attacks me, I can survive it and recover and all that jazz. So, I'm not gonna worry about that. Okay. Okay, so we need to go through the red. Purple. Okay. That's it's back here. And the black and purple. I have no idea how people figure out how to get through this, but oh my gosh. When this first got out, I have no idea how people figured out what way to go. You'd have had to do a combination and coordinate with people and all that jazz. Okay. So we basically got ourselves more or less turned around. I think what it's been doing is it's actually been putting us down levels. Because now we're at level 40. Okay. No, that said level cap 40. That's different. Oh, why am I yawning? Oh, there's an elevator. I just missed it. Bow! Well, that goes a ways down. Anyway. And down we go. There's no map for this area, it says. Oh. Interesting. Is that to get out of here? I think it is. Northwestern. That's right. You go this way. Stone Gate. Let's pass up to the door. Passport. Multi-pass. Okay. Oh, and there's a home point here. Lovely. We're in the Shrouded Maw. Jedith! We were able to locate the fugitive boy. I must have searched the entire landscape surrounding this tower. However, I was unsuccessful in uncovering any trace of him. All that remains in the area that lies ahead of... What is this? This chill in the air. Memento Circle. Darkness named. Oh, sword's acting up again. What is the purpose of this place? What sort of dark rituals were performed here? We are not alone. It cannot be. She was supposed to be resting in the infirmary in Juneau. Oh, there he is. And that boy. So, you're the one who saved me? What? I'm supposed to give you this to... Wait. What are you conspiring with that boy? Hey, it's Diablos! Traitors! There is no escape. Terrestrial Avatar of Dreams? Diablos? Which can only mean we are already inside his dream. I don't even know why I worried. Good night. Your efforts are in vain, for this is nothing but a dream. I'm the ruler of the subconscious plane. What you dream becomes my dream, and what I dream becomes your world. Now sleep. I will not let you drag me into your darkness. Oh, flaming sword. That flame. Phoenix? Blazing life force of the Avatar flows through my blade. I, Tenzin, left my country in the Far East after hearing the warning of the Avatars. The warning that the Keeper of the Apocalypse's return was imminent. I have come here to request your assistance. Of the 5 crystals, 3 have been overcome by the emptiness. It is not the duty of the 5. Is it not the duty of the 5 terrestrial avatars to protect the crystals? Let us join in arms and defeat the enemy of light. Battle the emptiness? So, Phoenix still remains unwhole. And that is why she continues to feed people false hopes, all the while forgetting the truths that lie in the battles fought 10,000 years ago. False hopes? How could you say such a thing? Listen carefully, children of the dawn. Emptiness is not without reason. Its place is set in the eternal scheme of the universe. And true reason is that which lies deep within your soul. Reason that makes you what you are. So if emptiness is reason, then our souls are filled with... To defy the will of the Twilight God is to defy reason. Any attempt to escape from emptiness is futile. Now that the emptiness encroaches on your soul, you can hear its voice, and the voice that calls back. The voice of the emptiness within you. Voice of emptiness? However, there is no need for despair. 10,000 years ago, the Kulu too lost all hope. It is then that I was born, in the depths of their city. I am the ruler of dreams, and within my dreams, within my kingdom of Dynamis, people can escape the harshness of reality. Emptiness consumes the body, but the soul lives on. It lives on in my world. If the Keeper of the Apocalypse truly is on his way, there is nothing left on Vandale for the children of Altana. Nothing but annihilation. Now come, save yourselves while you still have the chance. Let go of all you know and enter my world, as have many others. The realm of dreams is a paradise free of pain and strife. Shut up, you monster! Why would anyone want to live in your prison anyway? How do we know we can't defeat the darkness? Have you even tried? Fool. You have heard the voice of the emptiness, so you are aware that it lies beyond my dreams. And even so, you tell me you do not fear what you heard? Why would I be afraid of that? I've survived beastmen attacks, huge explosions, and the fall of Tavnazia. People can do anything if they don't give up hope. Is that right, Jeth? There's always hope. Why? Why do you remember what you saw in my world? was I who led you to my room, or was it you who led me to yours? If that is true, then this light is that of the crystal. Ooh, we got knocked out again. Are you all right? I'm fine. Was unable to stop the boy. Or for what reason was he here? What was the truth behind the words of Diablos? Much is still unclear. I must return to Juno and find out if there's anything else that girl knows. Oh, walked right through a door, through a wall, and can't walk back. And the answer is yes. As summoner, you can get Diablos as a summon. So, at some point, we will come back here and we will fight him and get stuff from him. Now, I'm not positive, but I think if we go over here, I think we can exit if we go here. Use the device. Oh, this is right. I don't want it to be wrong. It does. It kicks us out. Good. So that did two things. One, it allows us to go do Diablos as a fight for the ability to unlock him. I think you have to do other stuff before you can do that. But it also allows for another section of Dynamis to open up. So we unlock the original Dynamis, which I haven't touched yet. I'm going to do that on stream when we get around to it. But the original one only really only did for the city-states, Houston Glacier, and then Zarkabard. And then that allows you to get the 5 pieces of relic armor for each job. The Dreamworld Dynamis is the one that allows you to go to some other zones, and that will give you other things that drop. I think it's accessories that drop, mainly, for the jobs. So I think you can get a neck, you can sometimes get a back, or a belt, or something like that. It's different for the jobs. They're all a little different, I think. But that's what that does. So, Relief Gardens, yes. Okay, I need to trade a one of those floral stones, the florid stones that I got. Back at the NPC here, Gebby. And she should give me a key item. Unless I'm reading this incorrectly, I need to do something else. Ah, Florid Stone. There you are, sir. Have a safe trip. Astral Covenant. Chibi Loom! Please come on in. We just beat Diablos for the first time. Astral Covenant, actually. Give me a second here. I think that's for unlocking Diablos, actually. Yeah, it's a temporary. Chief Department on the altar of the Shroud Mark is able to open a portal to a parallel dimension. Yeah. Travel this region, but I want to go to Upper Juno instead. How are you, Chibi Loom? I hope your week went well. It's been a little while since you've been in the chat, actually. Give me a second here. I'm going to look at what this actually does. Ah, okay. So it was for a... It was for a particular battlefield. I remember some of these. Some of the items are particularly great. Anyway, that is neither here nor there in what I have to do. So, the fact that I got it is kind of for the time being at least. Anyway, I need to then go talk to Monbaro. You're here to see the girl. She's been awake for the past few hours. What do you think you're talking about? There's no way that Cardinal would... I know, but even if she did, I am positive there is a reasonable explanation. Oh, Jeth, I cannot begin to express my gratitude for you saving Preesh. She has informed me of what transpired that day. Possessed by an unknown beast within her own dream. You and Tenzin were able to bring her back. However, we still do not know what has become of the amulet she carried. I sense that the goings-on of the past few days are but the tip of the iceberg. Jedith, is there anything more you can tell us? That is the question we should be asking you. What are your connections with this criminal that I, the Duchy, and Jedith are searching for? The boy who has constantly eluded the Ducal Guard. Where is he hiding? Reese, you must answer me. Why was that boy with you, and where has he disappeared to? Heck if I know. There is one thing that I can't say. I don't care if he's on the top of Juno's most wanted list. If it weren't for him saving my butt, I'd be pushing up lilacs in the necropolis. Anyway, it's not the boy I'm worried about. What are you going to do about that monster in my dream? You said that you knew what it was, right? Come on, spill it, old man. Why is that thing after me? Diablos. Terrestrial avatar of dreams. Terrestrial avatar? Terrestrial avatars are the 5 powerful gods born of Vanadil and trusted to protect her. Many eons ago, the 5 avatars fought a fierce battle with an evil presence that attempted to envelop and suffocate our world. There's the fiery bird of resurrection, Phoenix, whom the blade I carry at my side has been blessed by. And then there's the ruler of the dreams, Diablos, the guardian of the moon, Fenrir, the bringer of rainbows, Carbuncle, and the conqueror of the skies, Bahamut. But Bahamut? You have heard of the legend of Bahamut? It so happens that I have traveled across many miles of ocean to this continent in order to meet Bahamut and request his assistance in stopping the Keeper of the Apocalypse. Now that you mention it, when I went to Cape Reavern, I do remember Bahamut saying something about a keeper of some sorts. Keeper of the Apocalypse. Preesh! Those are the words you spoke while you were unconscious. All I remember is that before you guys arrived, that monster Diablos talked about a song that sang of the Keeper. What was it called? Memoria de la Satana? The memory of the crystal. Hello, Seth. Please come on in. He also said that when the Keeper arrives, our pact will be fulfilled, whatever that means. And that's why he told me to see Bahamut as soon as possible. Our pact. What could he have meant? Beats me, and I don't plan on going back there to ask him. I have a feeling that Bahamut could fill us in on the details. That's why we gotta get back to Tavnazia. Back to Tavnazia? You mean to tell me that you've come from the Marquisate? That is correct. However, we were teleported here by Bahamut when we tried to speak with them. What an excellent turn of events! Just so happens that I have requested transport to Tavnazia for the leader of the Tenshoto, Aldo. If it is possible, I would like you two to join me and help me find Bahamut. So you're the guy Aldo was talking about. Well, I guess the more the merrier, right? We'll meet you at the Tenshoto when you're ready to go. Understood. I need to cough a little bit more. Oh, and you, Jeddah. I'll be holding on this amulet for just a little while longer. You got a problem with that? Eh. Hey, and when you're finished with your business here, why don't you come to Tavnazia? You know the way, right? See you around. Awesome. Where is it? I try to remember where it is. I think it's in tutorial, that's right. Chapter 4. Okay. Okay, travel to Tavnazia. We need to go to home point 3. Yes, please. Chapter 4. The Cradles of Children Lost. Phew, it's good to be back home. What's with the long faces? I'm back. Break out the brew and grub. Something is amiss, Preesh. Preesh, Omia, you were all right. What's going on here, Justinius? Did anything happen while I was gone? Well... Preesh, Oma, please come with me. There's something we must speak of. Repere. Okay, so. A10. Oh, yeah, the other one. That's right. So the one that I just poked at is Precious Chambers. The one on the other side is the leader's door. Okay. Yeah. Well, they're both walnut doors. That's the biggest problem. Okay. Jeneth, welcome back to the safe hold. This may sound odd, but on behalf of the residents of Tatnazia, I would like to thank you. Were it not for your arrival on this island, we would have more than likely been trapped here until our deaths, our existence unknown to those back on the mainland. And I think I would have been reunited once again with my granddaughter. There is nothing I could do more or express that I say or do that could express my gratitude. May I enter? Why, it is not the messenger from the Far East. You must be exhausted from your long journey. Welcome to our humble town. My name is, Desperacare, Olmia's grandfather. I thank you for the warm welcome. Tenzin, at your service. I traveled across the seas to Juneau in hopes of meeting Lord Bahamut. While there, I was fortunate enough to make acquaintances with both Olmia and Preesh. However, my mission is not yet complete. I request permission to leave the safe hold so that I may continue my journey in search of the Conqueror of the Skies. I see. So you wish to speak with Bahamut. I apologize, but I must ask you to refrain from visiting the Avatar at the moment. Bahamut has built a nest one a few miles from the safe hold. If anyone or anything were to disturb him, the results could be catastrophic for Tatnazia. Diplomat from Juneau, Nag Malada, should be returning from this aquarium shortly. I request that you accompany him on his journey to Bahamut's lair. Until then, feel free to rest within our city walls. We shall try our best to meet any of your needs. Diplomat from Juneau. Understood. I shall wait here until he arrives. Sir, I don't know how to say his name. It's just long and complicated. I'm going to keep trying. So, Sir Rare. I'll just go Descarare. That works. May I ask why I'm not allowed to speak with Lady Preesh? There's something I must ask her. However, when I attempted to enter her room, she became upset and sent me away. I apologize for her actions. While it may not show, Preesh is cursed by a terrible sickness. I wish she would stay in this safe hold and rest, but that personality of hers will not let her do so. I'm amazed her body holds it all. Now that Nagmalada has promised the revival of trade talks with Juneau, Tatnazia needs Preesh to be healthy. I see. I did not know that the situation was so grave. Did you, Jedith? Sir Desperacare, I will comply with your request regarding my journey to Bahamut. Please inform me when the diplomat has arrived and further arrangements have been made. This is not good, Jedith. I must meet with Bahamut before Juneau dispatches its army. However, my hands are tied unless I can find Olmia and speak with Lady Preesh. Let's go talk to Justinius for a second here. Whenever there's optional stuff, I for the most part will try and do it because it gives more context. And I'm actually in no major rush. It is thanks to Preesh that our nation has grown strong over the past 20 years. Without her, we would not be where we are today. Her presence is a special one, a miracle bestowed by us by the Dod Goddess. However, there are now rumors that a miracle is about to fade. What will become of Tatnazia? You were looking for Olmia. She probably went down to the coast. I must say, it is quite uncommon for her to argue with her grandfather like she did earlier. Doesn't sound good. Okay, so we need to check the dilapidated gate at I-11 in coast. Shortest route is via the exit at G6 near home point 1 in survival. Okay. I think we're going out to where Olmia is again. So, this one. Okay. I do kind of wish I was able to turn off the clacking sound of the footprints. It's a little monotonous after some time. Jeth, you were looking for me? Forgive me, I knew not what to do. Times such as this, I came here to sing. Listen, this wind can carry your thoughts and dreams. It will rise up unto the boundless sky and roar over the ocean, echoing across the entire world. Gentle Altana will hear your supplication and bestow her blessings upon you. And I like to sing, but I'm not just going to do it out of willy-nilly. When I was but a young girl, I came here to whisper a prayer to the goddess, and truthfully was it answered. What's the matter with you? What's got you so worked up about? You're so full of angst, I can hear your thoughts from miles away. You don't have to say a thing. Let's see now. Huh? You didn't make it into the choir? You're too nervous to sing in front of everyone? Unbelievable. I guess I can understand why you'd want to join the cathedral choir. You get to wear those pretty clothes and every meal is a feast. But it's not the end of the world, you know. Listen to me. You might be too young to realize it, but this world is one big darn place. Let me put it this way. The world that stretches away to the right, the world that stretches away to the left, combined with the world above and the world below, there's a whole lot of world around you. You get it? This Marquesat you live in is just one part of the Tebnizian archipelago. It's just one part of the world of Banadil. The world of Almia is just one tiny little corner of all that. I guess your dream of singing in the choir is over. And so is your parents' dream that you enter that world. The world where you sing can still exist in Vanadil. You see? Come on, let's hear you sing. Let's make that world right here. Reese, you snuck out of the cathedral again. Cardinal Madarian. See you around, Olmia. Thanks to Priest, my wish was granted and I was able to join the choir. That was when I learned she was the abhorrent one, who had long been connected to with the Tavnazian Cathedral. I also discovered that the power she was born from should be reviled, not Priest herself. However, that is not the only time that Priest was to help me. When we were swept up in the storm of war, were it not for her power, I doubt we would have survived the terrible fate that befell our city. What she accomplished was nothing short of a miracle. As you are no doubt aware, while we were on the mainland, a plea for aid to Juno was made with Magnolada's assistance. The eyes of the people of Tavnazi were shining so very brightly, just as they did that time, when the priest was still called the abhorrent one. Dawn Goddess, bless me with your wisdom. I need your guidance in choosing the right path of action. What must I do? Is Priest truly deserving of such revilement? I wish to save her, but in doing so, do I damn myself? Surely such an act can be forgiven. Oh my! Bahamut, one of the terrestrial avatars. Could Bahamut be the one to answer my questions? Death, I will go to meet with him. Would you accompany me on my journey? We go to Monarch Lin, the home of Bahamut. Okay. Okay. Yes. Yeah, you're here. How about I not keep you waiting? Took some time to convince Justinius. Of course it did. Even if Priest were here, there's no way I'd be letting a young lady climb into that den of beasts all alone. She is not alone. You're that man from the east. When experienced adventurer like Jareth and the Phoenix Blade at my side, there's nothing for her to fear. This Phoenix just freaks out. It seems the Bahamut is indeed close by. Now let's begin our climb. Can't let you do that. Who goes there? Oh, these three ruffians? Your every move is so predictable. You three? Meeting with Bahamut is forbidden. Master Nagmalada said so. Trespassers are to be punished. What wickedness is this? Time to get warped, lawbreaker. She cast the wrong warp. She cast the wrong warp. Leave these idiots to me. I'll catch up. So, there's Warp 1 and Warp 2. Warp you do on yourself. Warp 2 you can do on party members. About time someone taught these pranksters a lesson. Our thanks, Justinius. Don't be too harsh on them. You're not getting away. Feel my mighty spells. Warping into the... Jumping into the displacement. Okay, so now we're back in Reavern, but we're in a Reavern Site B rather than A, so it's different. Okay, so... From a giant scale by killing some of the wyverns in this area. Where am I now? Okay. Giant scale. There we go. Exactly what we needed. And of course, I can't mount up in this area. Of course. I hate it when zones are quiet like this. There's... No, just the sound of my footsteps. It's really boring. Unfortunately, there's a lot of them in this game. Luna and Tachi. Oh, hang on a second. I shouldn't use this one. Otherwise, I need to get another giant scale. I guess I really didn't need to have to backtrack. Yeah, I would have just come out of that one over there, so I would have been just fine walking through. It's nice that I don't have to fight this stuff. Okay, let's grab this home point. Enter the displacement. Okay, another fight. Come on, game. There we go. The Savage. What is happening? All those who traverse the endless sea of clouds, all those who bear the shadowless sun as they cross the skies, winged brothers and sisters, hear my call. It is I, Bahamut, king of the worms. Come and gather here before me. The time has come for the fulfillment of the ancient pact. Lots of dragons. Oh gosh. I've never seen so many dragons. Not dragons, worms. Their King Bahamut has called upon his minions. And now they gather from all parts of the world to prepare a war to protect the Mother Crystals in Vanadil. Worm King Bahamut! Bahamut, conqueror of the skies! Can you hear me? It is I, Tenzin! I have traveled halfway across the world carrying the breath of Phoenix. I have heard your call. Keeper of the Apocalypse is among us, and its emptiness has already enveloped 3 of the Mother Crystals. I have received the blessing of the flames of resurrection. Allow Phoenix and I to accompany you in your efforts to destroy the Keeper. I am here to serve you. I pledge my life and my soul to your cause. Actually, some pretty decent looking dragons. Future of all Vanadil is in danger, and you mock my sincere request? Lord Bahamut, are you no better than the ruler of dreams, Diablos? Do you too look down upon my incompleteness? Incompleteness is the least of your petty faults. Open your eyes to the destiny that lies before you. Oblivion! So for this fight in particular, there was a quest to do. I'm not going to bother. So we're going to have to be a little bit more careful with who we have as our trust this time around. Santoto. And then I need Simi. Oru. So he will often cast a way to fly out of melee reach. So it's best to have people who can actually hit him, because I can't. Good. Phoenix, you have found yourself quite a brave soul to bear your burdens. Not many can withstand the fury of our youth. Hang on 1 second. Okay. However, the actions you have chosen to take are useless. While you are fully aware of the children of Altana are powerless against the emptiness, you still drag them into your games. Bahamut! In size, we may seem like mere insects to you, but our strength is beyond anything you can imagine. Our roads lead to the most distant lands. Our songs ring out across the seas. When united, there's nothing we cannot do. If you think this is a game, then it's we who will bring victory to Vanadil. Bahamut, we fight for the same cause. There's no reason for us to feud. Let us join together and put an end to the Keeper of the Apocalypse. Silence, child. I need not hear you whimpering. Phoenix, I ask you, what is it that you wish? Phoenix, sing to these children. Tell them of our age. Innocent blood spills forth onto the plains of Vanadil. The world shudders as she is thrust into chaos and despair. Neither power nor destiny can bring an end to what has already begun. However, through the storm of the night, a star of glory shines bright. Through the howling of the beast, the song rings clear. Shining star, echoing song, you are our dreams and prayers. Third verse of Memoria de la Satana, a verse sung only by the gods. Phoenix! Tenzin? So you children also know of the Memoria de la Satana. As a reward for your sagacity, I shall let you in on a secret. Ages ago, when people aspired to open the gates of the gods, there was a child who knew the fourth verse. That child came to me in search of my assistance, and thus we made a pact, an agreement that was to be put into motion the day the Keeper of the Apocalypse returned to Vanadil. And that pact is... Gather my minions, it is time for the ancient pact to be fulfilled. We shall return the light to the crystals. We shall save our mother, Vanadil. Children of the Dawn, your end is near. Oh, crap. That's not good. Turn to the Lin entrance, yes. And then we just need to talk to Justinius. Back to 60 frames. Okay, time to talk to Justinius. Jeth, if you are searching for Olmia and Tenzin, they just entered the Elder's quarters. Jeth, I am pleased to see that you have returned. I spoke with Despacare about Bahamut's words. However, I do not know how much he believed. People often have a tendency to block out truths that are too terrible to face. The Bahamut and his minions will destroy all mankind. All of us would wish this to simply be a nightmare from which we will eventually wake. I myself have trouble coming to terms with what I heard. The Keeper of the Apocalypse. A pact. When the Keeper is born, the children of Altana must die. Why would Bahamut wish such a terrible fate upon us? What caused him to despise us this much? Lady Olmia, do you remember what Bahamut sang? At that moment, my blade, Phoenix, enlightened me. Long ago, our ancestors, the ancients, fought many a great battle with the terrestrial avatars. Among those battles, the most fierce and drawn out was that fought by Bahamut over the opening of the gates of paradise. It was during that fight that people learned of the emptiness, the will of Promathia. However, I know little of the Twilight God. Lady Olmia, will you not give us insight into the deity's connection with Vandil and its children? I apologize, sir. However, that is something we are forbidden to speak of. Forbidden? Travelers from the east. Let me explain. Promathia. Simply speaking, his name brings damnation. As has the Dawn Goddess Altana, the Twilight God has existed since the beginning of time. However, unlike the kind and giving Altana, Promathia is known as the Lord of Chaos. It is said that his curse, unleashed on mankind for the sin of opening the gates of paradise, dooms us to an eternity of strife. The only way for us to be saved from this horrendous curse is to forget it. And that is why the name Promathia cannot be seen nor heard anywhere across Vanadil. The Lord of Chaos. This is one of the reasons why your people of the East know nothing of Promathia. Without a name, how can anything exist? Your people are probably better off not knowing the tainted history this world has locked up in its past. Truths we must not know. Truths we must not. Truths we should not know. And truths we are forced to face. We must be careful with these truths, for if we are not, they could bring tragedy. Tragedy? For example, Bahamut's warning. We knew all along that Bahamut would one day appear and attempt to destroy us. You knew? That is why the moment we heard his voice, we mobilized our armies to capture him before he could assemble his minions. However, your prudent meddling has interfered with our plans and prevented us from accomplishing our mission. You truly wish to see the bodies of your fallen brothers lie sprawled across the barren plains of a dead world? Nagmalada! Mamiya was only attempting to stop Priest from doing something unforgivable. His traveler Tenzin is the true culprit. It is he who tricked my granddaughter into taking up this ridiculous journey. It is true. It is I who requested that Olmia act. However, I have received permission from the Duke's Vicarious, Eshnaltarl, to investigate the emptiness. Tenzin, stopping the emptiness from spreading. Is this not the wish of both our peoples? Taking up Bahamut on your own, without any set reason, ultimately disrupting our plans. Why, this sounds like nothing more than treason. There's nothing more I can say. My actions were all uncalled for. I apologize. Fine. However, now on I request that you leave all matters dealing with the Worm King to the Duchy. Differences in thinking can cause different reactions from different races. However, we in Geno carry not of differences. Our wish is only to save all the children of Vanadil. And that is why you have begun new plans to stop Bahamut? But he has left Riverne. How will you find him? Everything is in motion. However, as for the details, I, myself, know little. My assignment was nothing to do with Bahamut. My mission is to stop that boy. Jedith, where is your amulet? I gave it to Preesh. What? Gave it away? You imbecile! How could you let it go with such an important item? Sir, it is not Jedith's fault. I asked him to give it to Preesh to help her. I wanted to save her. Preesh? Ah, yes. If the amulet is still here, then... Jedith, retrieve the amulet from the girl and bring it to the resting place of the fourth crystal in the Northlands. Crystal is located deep below Castle Zval, and it can only be reached by traversing the ruins of Soktai. Hear ye, hear ye! The soldiers have left the sacrarium. They're heading up and moving out. They finished packing their secret boxes. They've got what they want, and now they're gone. Secret boxes? Jedith, come to the far western entrance to Poza, and not without the amulet. I'll be waiting for you there. Okay. second here. I just need to read this here. What will those villains be up to? Oh, it's you, Jeth. I was just recalling my investigation at Monarch Lynn. Unknown attackers set upon me, though their garb did remind me of Nagmalata. What's this? You've experienced a similar attack? Those men refuse to listen to reason. Seem to have an unusual interest in the area, always creeping about like faceless shadows, housed under black robes hiding their features. I spotted them during my patrol the other day, and they attacked me before I even had a chance to ask their business. I was wondering what to do about them, but it seems the solution is standing right in front of me. I want you to keep these men away from Monarch Lynn. They are obstructing my patrols. Excellent. Take this and make your way to Monarch Lynn. May have fought them before, but be careful. Who knows what tricks they have hiding up their sleeves. I think that's a quest. I don't think that's what I should be doing, actually. Oh, okay. If I receive the permit, this is for a quest. Lord Bahamut. So, he's appeared to wreak devastation on the people of Vanadil. His minions have been called to his side in preparation for this genocide. But we cannot fight against so many dragons. All we can do now is sit back and watch helplessly as events unfold. The will of Promathia is mixed up in this. We may not have any choice in the matter in any case. Will Priest be able to find some way to avert this catastrophe? Okay, I think that's repeating that, so. Preesh! Oh, hey everybody. Thanks for coming to visit. I've been so bored here, all alone in my room. I'm relieved to see that you are feeling better, Lady Preesh. Please, let me apologize for my actions at Cape Revern. I did not realize that after returning to Vnaze, you would meet such a fate. You didn't realize? Does it look like I had any idea either? I was just trying to protect my criminal buddy, Jeth. Who would have thought I'd be the one who'd get caught? Oh well, I'm sorry that I got you guys all worried over me. As everybody already knows, I'm often referred to as the Horned One. That's why I was locked up in the cathedral for a while here. When Miss Melduran became boss, she would often let me out of the church so I could roam around the town freely. It was pretty fun. During the Great War, I was able to help a lot of people, and before long, everyone started to forget why they feared me. And now look, they're never going to let me out of here again. Darn it. Preesh, you are not the abhorrent one. There's nothing abhorrent about you. Yes, you were changed by that accident long ago, but you are still Preesh. Changed? You mean that without that amulet, you heard from the elder Despacare that Lady Preesh was troubled by grave sickness, but that is... Come on, Top Nut Guy. Don't you get it? Death, you understand what's going on, right? No, I don't, actually. Huh. Have you been paying attention to all the past few days? Look at me. I haven't aged a single day since my accident. That can't be possible. The real reason I was locked in the cathedral for so long ago is because I was too close to a certain object hidden deep below the church. I was about to touch it and boom, there was this bright light and I was left like this. If I were a Taro, no one would ever notice, but I'm Elven. After a couple years, people started to wonder why I wasn't getting any bigger. Amazing. I would have never imagined. Was it truly a reason for everyone to call you the abhorrent one? It must be... Could it not be the only you are incapable of aging, but you cannot? Die? Heck if I know. I'm not throwing myself off any cliffs to find out. But you know, since the accident, no monster has come near me. I guess you could say that's pretty close to immortality. For centuries, the emperors of my nation have searched for the secrets of eternal life. Never did I think I would be standing before that secret. Understand why Despacare would want to hide you from the others by branding you with the title of abhorrent. Protect you from the teasing and the taunting of your peers, but more so, those who would use you for their own personal gain. People like the emperors of countries such as mine. Whoa, wait a minute. How did you know that you really came here to see Bahamut? You better not be thinking of auctioning me off to your leaders, because I'm not for sale. Of course I would never do such a thing, Lady Priest. My mission was to speak with Lord Bahamut. However, I did not know that things would turn out as they did. What? You already met Bahamut? Unbelievable. Why the heck didn't anyone tell me what was going on? Tenzin, if you want to apologize for something, start by apologizing for not taking me with you guys. While I'm sitting here twiddling my thumbs, the whole world's turning upside down, and you're the ones having all the fun. Well, now it's time for Priest to get a piece of the action. I'll find that overgrown steam lizard to give him a piece of my mind. I'm sorry, Priest, but that will not be possible. Death and Sir Tenzin must return to the Northlands, and they will need the amulet you are currently borrowing. Lady Priest, will you accompany us to the Northlands, if only for a short period of time? If we receive permission from Nagmalata, I'm positive that Elder Despacare will allow Priest to leave this place. Fine by me, but why do we have to go back to the Northlands? That place is freezing. To meet the boy. Bahamut and Diablos may have refused to help us, but we cannot sit back and allow the emptiness to take over Vanadil. We must find the boy and learn the truth that lies within the will of Promathia. The will of Promathia? Do you not remember when the ruler of dreams told us the emptiness was the will of the Twilight God? This terrible deity is said to have cast a hideous curse on the children of the dawn. His will can be nothing but pure evil, and it is that will that calls the keeper of the apocalypse. The will of Promathia calls the keeper. Excuse me, my lady, but Elder Desperate has requested that you not bother Lady Priest any longer. So, what you really want to ask the boy is about Promethea's thinking, right? Well, put simply, yes. Well, instead of wasting your time chasing after some crazy boy, why don't you go and ask Promathia ourselves? I know where we can find him. What? On the Miserable Coast, there's a cave leading to the Sacrarium. Head there and you'll see what I'm talking about. Don't forget your preparations before you go, unless you really want to meet Promathia. Just not in this world. Well, that's disconcerting. Just a touch. Okay. Okay, so we're entering the Sacrarium. This is all fresh to me. I don't remember a thing of this. So we're going in blind from here on out. Okay. Thankfully for me, it's not Tefnazia. Where is it? Tefnazian Arch, yes. I've already worked my way out here. Okay, hang on. So apparently there's some doors that we have to activate here. So let's take a moment here and read through this, because I don't want to just go off willy-nilly. Okay. Let's go back to the safe hold, because we need to go talk to somebody. There's a couple key items we have to get. I'm gonna go talk to this guy first. Going by the map, we have to find remote scan. Should be right over here. This guy. this fella. Hail the proud and valiant knights of Tabnazia! Raise the pennants and cheer us on to victory! I'm Quelenta of the Tabnazian Temple Knights, and who might you be, sir? Do you not seek to join our illustrious order? I do. Oh ho, a fine and spirited reply, my friend. However, the Temple Knights are not currently in need of recruits. Perhaps you prefer enlisting to the Tabnazian Royal Knights? What say you? I would. Excellent. Your initiation into the order will require the performance of a duty. This duty will test your physical fitness as well as your mental fortitude. Go to the lookout post in the south of Lufas Meadows to assess the situation out there. Your ever order, Squire. I'm trying to remember the gear that they're wearing because he's got the same gear as Justinius. I'm trying to remember what it is. So I think I had at one point had that gear as well, at least parts of it. And I was using them on my Dragoon, I think. But I don't remember what that gear is called. It doesn't help that since I played, there's been an addition of dozens of pieces of armor since. Okay, so. H10 in Luface Meadows. Oh, dagnab, it's all the way over there. Oh, H10. Hang on. Nope. I misread that. Not nearly as bad. There is a question mark at H10. Ah. Bye-bye. You completed your watch duty? Oh, I say. Orcish blood, it appears you have passed our initiation with flying colors. A splendid display. Present you with this gift to celebrate the birth of a new Tavnazian knight. Congratulations, I expect great things from you, Jedith. Got the money. We must constantly temper our minds and bodies in preparation for beastmen attacks. I must think beyond mere survival. You must be willing to sacrifice your very life to achieve victory. Yeah, I'm not gonna go that far. Okay. Okay, so give me a second here. So apparently, I need to do that, but then I also need to go get a couple of rare keys from inside its aquarium, trade them to this guy, and he gives me another key. Okay, he's not doing anything now. It seems the aquarium is a maze layout as well, but it changes per day. That's nasty. This is actually a really pretty place. Got this giant set of waterfalls that flow down into this kind of low flowing creek that flows down river. It's actually a really pretty spot. Okay, heading into this aquarium. Proceed onward. So, Jeth, you have come as well. Please describe this, the entrance to the first basement of this aquarium. Way is barred, but I believe Preesh holds the key to this dilemma. We must return and borrow her amulet. Hiya! Sorry to keep you two waiting. Lady Preesh? I can get us past that door. It's time for us to pay a visit to divine Promathia. Didn't expect Preesh herself to accompany us. I'm amazed she's allowed to leave her confines. Come on, if you don't get a move on, I'll leave you behind. Why do I get the feeling something terrible awaits us? But I cannot let that deter me from my course. We must forge onward. So. Uh-huh. Oh, I see. That's what it means. That's what the maze looks like. Yikes. Okay. So, there's a book down. There's a survival guide here, which is awesome. Now, on map 2. So looking at the map, we then need to change map. Okay. Oh, okay. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and head on down in. So what we want to do is that it is turning light day into dark day, so we'll actually need to wait for a minute here. We also want to take a right here. So I actually don't know what will happen if we're in the maze when it swaps. Okay, so this is the maze starting here. Yeah, it looks like we'll have to wait a minute here. Otherwise, we'll have to run around to the other side. By the time we get over there, it's probably going to swap again, so. Because it looks like light stay, which it is now, you have to come in from the top. But if you have dark stay, which it will now turn into, you have to come from the left side. That's annoying. It's a mummy. While we're here, let's go ahead and spawn who we're going to have for this. Because we're going to want to have someone here to help me out, just in case. See that the wall is there. And I'm pretty sure if you go this way... Yep. So this is basically blocked off. There's no way to continue this direction. Until it turns dark stay. Which I hope it's at 24. I'm pretty sure it's at 24. So, sit tight for a minute here. But once we get to map 2, we'll then grab the keys from there, off the Fomars. We run back to the guy who I just did the quest with, and he will give us the Temple Knight's key. And the Temple Knight's key will actually let us have unlimited uses inside its aquarium. Otherwise, we would constantly have to go get the sea lion crest key and the coral crest key each time we came in here. So, we're doing just a little longer to make it so that we have permanent access to this area rather than the one time. And according to our map, that wall should change. There we go. Wall goes up, and we now can walk through. So, I'm gonna dig left a little bit. Walking through here. Ta-da! Okay. Blubber eyes. Walking through here, and onto the second map. Okay. Now we actually want to go to B. Let's kill all the formers that are around here. We'll also go ahead and add up our combat region, Promathia 1, aquarium. Go ahead and eat through all your shadows. So we're trying to get a key to drop. A sun ring. And a coral crest ring. What do you know? Exactly what we were needing. So I believe the cancer sepulcher. Yeah, the sun ring is a strength plus. Ah, 54. That's not bad. Here. Go ahead and do a little change around. So I believe the cancer sepulcher is for a quest. Jump to our. Oh, hang on. We're going to take our sun ring and the gold ring and stick them in here. Okay. Now, because we went that way, we actually need to go back to the B section. Go that way because we need to get over to Karamet at the corner there, the other side. Back into the map. I think we could just walk our way all the way down, right? Yep, we can. Just keep heading south. Okay, now, it also is nighttime, which is a perfect time to go get our particular NM at the end there. So, huh. Don't know what was up with them. They all looked like they were notorious monsters, which makes no sense. Ah, here's Karamet. And he is a lich. He actually looks like a lich. Very good, sir, but we need to take that from you. And he gives us the sea lion key. Now. Oh, and once you kill him, all these ones get knocked out. Oh, interesting. It's kind of fun. If you knock out this guy, I think you can go in. You can go into more or less any of these doors if they were actually doors you could go into. It doesn't look like they are. Oh, okay. That's what it looked like, because one of them had actually gotten into the room. Okay, I gotcha. Anyway, time to run back and give these keys to the night guy. Oh, I'm back in the maze again. I forgot. Hang on. Yeah. Which makes me wonder, when will it actually get to a point where it actually is still kind of difficult doing the content? Wings of the Goddess? Towards the end? Seekers of Adeline? That's my question. As of right now, I could probably do all this stuff. Seekers? Okay. Makes sense. Alright, so. Is 80s? Ah, okay. Well, it's interesting because I got into when I previously played, I got into Wings of the Goddess and went back to get Scholar and Dancer, and then I also did some of the it wasn't Besiegement. It was was it Conquest? I can't remember what the concept was, where you actually like held the outposts or whatever. Did that for a little bit, but never did like any of the missions or anything like that. So if you're not prepared, yeah, it'll be interesting doing Wings of the Goddess because it looks like it's it looks like the mission structure is a bit different, rather than being more or less wholly linear. It looks like it's a little bit of a random chance to it, but not a random chance, but like different quests, different paths you can kind of go down. I don't know. Pretty much opposite of base game. Okay. Okay, we want to give you this and this. I think that someone of your generation would dredge up both sorts of these past artifacts. I am thoroughly impressed. In honor of your intrepid character, allow me to present you this skeleton key. I hope we Tefnazian Knights can continue to expect big things from you. Temple Knight Key. Okay, and then teleport back to next page. Nazian Arc. I want to go back to Sacred. Okay. So it's still Dark's Day. So, hang alright. Let's do the maze through here. Oh, yeah. This direction. Yeah, I can imagine that that's pretty tricky to actually hold back enough. Well, which would make you think that there would be a way to upgrade the enmity build on your trusts or something. I guess you would have to do, if you put anti-enmity, if you did enmity minus on your gear, but that takes away from other stats that you want. Because don't you, aren't there quests that you can do once you get to a high enough level and far enough with your trust that you can actually upgrade the stats on your trusts? I think I saw that. There's a ones to do through Rhapsodies of Vana'diel that kind of update them to the current end game, but haven't looked into any of it further on. Okay, so it wants us to go to at H7, which is in there by the look of it. H7, yeah. We gotta go into the little sneaky place here, just like what we did in the aqueducts. Excuse me. Okay, so. Go back to the main hallway. Out the keyhole door at H7. That's right, because I need to go in here. Use the temple key. Okay, cutscene. Now we get this thing open. It cannot be forced. Say the reliquarium lies beyond this gate, but what business do we have inside, Lady Breach? Isn't it obvious this is where we're going to find Promathia? Hey, Jeth, you're just in time. You can help us open this gate. We're almost at the end of our quest. One moment, Lady Breach. If Promathia is behind this gate, as you say, would there not be some sort of powerful seal in effect? Oh yeah, now I remembered. I think I locked this gate after the war. Locked it? Jeth, you and Tenson go find the reliquarium key. Somewhere in the communion hall. Off you go now. Lady Breach? Let us begin our search for this reliquarium key she speaks of. She's such a demanding young lady, and I believe the imperious princesses of the Far East were hard on their subjects. Okay, so. Went there and got that cutscene. Now we're gonna go back. Leading to H5. This room is full of formers and something at a desk. Switch. Open the doors. Hello, everybody. Hi, everybody. Hello, Dr. Nick. Click on this. Oh, Professor, You're looking fabulous, Professor. Smack. Oh, and the formers actually get linked. That's okay. It's not a bad thing in any way, shape, or form. Okay. Okay, so apparently he was supposed to spawn a couple of pupils, but I killed him so quickly, he didn't get a chance. Appears to be some sort of storage room. The God of Twilight truly reside here? Apparently he can. That's the Twilight God, Promathia. There you go. But this is nothing more than a statue. It was found by some thieves with more curiosity than sense. Lots of people lost their lives before this was finally brought here. See, I've heard tell that the nation of Tecnasia had strong ties with pirates and other bandit groups. The Tecnasian Cathedral used to buy up weird artifacts all the time to give its researchers something to study. It all began as a search for the paradise of legend. You know the place those ancient people tried to get to? The thing that ticked off Promathia so much? It is said that the gods sleep in paradise. The former Tecnasian theologists thought that they could go there and ask Altana to remove the curse of Promathia. If the curse of war and conflict vanished from the world, we would no longer have to fear the threat of the beastmen. As things progressed, the aim of the cathedral's research shifted. As they continued to investigate the objects left by the ancient people, the theologians realized that the older civilization was way more advanced than their own. Even with their advanced culture, however, they were no match for Promathia. Their city was obliterated. This is what the elders of Tecnasian Cathedral proposed. What if they were to invite the Dawn Goddess to cross over into our world? Invite the goddess? Well, before this incredible event was to happen, Cardinal Mildorian arrived and Tecnasia was destroyed not long after. Anyway, I found that out that'd give Ultima's grandpa a heart attack. Found out something that would give him a heart attack. I see that glowing stone stuck in there. If you stand here and do this, you can hear the voice of Promathia. Lady Preesh? Cathedral itself. So this is the Tecnasian child known as the Abhorrent One. It seems she caused a terrible accident during the baptismal ceremony. Many of the clergy lost their lives during the incident, and those who survived told of terrifying dreams of the cursed deity. What truly proves this child's damnation is her ever-youthful form, that, and the rumor of her ability to read people's minds. Why does the new cardinal allow the child to walk freely after the cathedral has taken steps to ensure her internal confinement? And why bring her here to Sandoria? According to Cardinal Mildorian, the birth of such a child is a sign that our most desperate wish is about to be granted. Speak of the treasure entrusted to Tecnasia, what generations of cardinals have hidden from in fear. This Mildorian has chosen to reveal to the Sandorian Cathedral. Tecnasian's treasure is brought together with the holy artifact we hold. The gates of paradise will not long remain closed. You are a child of destiny. However, your part in this is over. There's nothing left within you. You, why are you here? You should have met your demise in the city of Altayu along with the Keeper of the Apocalypse. Does this mean the battle still rages? Or do you mean to tell me you fled from the battlefield? Battle? What battle is this? The battle upon which rides the fate of the world. The image of Promathia I revealed to you. It was your task to travel to Altayu and regain that form. At first I thought those Zelardian fools were to blame for the spreading emptiness that once again slowly devours Vanadine. Have you ever been taken by the darkness? Were you defeated at the last battle of Altayu? Was I defeated? Was I victorious? I know nothing of what you speak. How can this be? My own existence is forfeit, but I have to save that which must be protected. All the gods. The maidens across from Maltana. Welcome to the Hall of the Gods. Hast thou come seeking the salvation of Altana, my child? I seek no salvation. I only wish to know the truth. God Maiden Yevnola, you who resonates with the spirit of the goddess, should be able to answer my question. Was I born to carry out the will of divine Promathia? Or was I born to thwart his designs? Ah, most interesting dilemma. Why dost thou think the face of Promathia is smooth and unfeatured? I don't know. All those who follow the Lady of the Dawn gaze upon her visage. However, none have ever seen the face of Promathia. He vanished from paradise upon his death. That is why we pray for his resurrection. For his resurrection and his destruction. Has your strength returned? Even now, one such as yourself was overwhelmed. This is truly an unexpected turn of events. Lady Priest seems to have survived, none the worse for wear, or at least she appears unharmed. Reesh, what in Vandal's name were you thinking? Why would you ever lay a hand on that horrid statue? Have you forgotten the warning of Cardinal Mildoran? The statue has the power to bring out the worst in people. You were never supposed to touch it, ever. Thought if I was able to figure out the will of Promathia, I'd have a better idea of what the heck's going on. I think I'd managed to do just that. What the Twilight God desires is his own resurrection and his own death. What can this mean? Death and resurrection? Why this contradiction? Reesh, you communed with the statue of the Twilight God. I guess I did. Would you truly be... Omya? Are you afraid of me? Of course not. But Grandpare will not likely, nay, will most definitely not forgive this transgression. Do you realize what you have done? But you do believe me, don't you, Omya? Yes, I believe you. But Grandpare... Let's return to the safehold. The air here is stifling. Omya? Yes, there's nothing left for us to do here. Come on, Preach. Let's go home. Okay. It says return to the same wooden gate. What wooden gate was this? Oh. I think I know. It cannot be opened from this side. Slander's utterings. Oh, that's right. Budai! Come on in. Okay, let us return. The strong. I remember correctly, dark. Yes. Okay. Okay, let's see the fallout of what Preach did. And what we inevitably helped with. So. You spoke with the abhorrent god of chaos? What more evidence do we need? It all makes sense now. Why else would Bahamut choose Tefnazi as his place of return? It is all because of this girl. You were the origin of all of our troubles. Perhaps it is even her fault that the beastmen first converged on Tefnazia 20 years ago. Grandpere, it's unfair to blame Prish for all of Tefnazia's misfortunes. It is because Prish's heart is pure. That is why she's not controlled by the evil after touching the statue of Promathia. She only did such a foolish thing to save our nation. Why can't you understand this? Save our nation? How am I to believe this after what I have seen? If the Marquisate remained, the cathedral theologians would have discovered the true reason behind this child's existence and the terrible things she is planning. Forgive Altana. I should have revealed everything to Nagmalada. It was my mistake to conceal what I knew to protect our city's image. It could have possibly led us to the truth about the truth intentions of the abhorrent. Grandpere, have you forgotten what Cardinal Madarian told us? She told us Prish may have been born the abhorrent one, but she was born through the power of Altana. Perhaps we should question the loyalty of Madarian C. Gulame as well? What were her true intentions? I have recently heard rumors that the Sandorian Cathedral is attempting to capture her. Who have told you such things? Who the heck are you? Let me introduce myself. My name is Luverance M. Nastale. I have been listening to your exchange for the past few moments. This knight has been dispatched by the order of the Sandorian Cathedral to search out the missing Cardinal Madorian. He arrived here via a Tachi airship. Luverance, I recall hearing that name once before, when I visited Sandoria. Ah, you must be the one who visited Madame Hinnery. So you are already aware of the details of my mission. To close the Great War over 20 years ago, the cathedral reliquary was robbed. Madarian C. Guillemot is believed to have been involved in the theft of a large number of scrolls and scriptures. It is said that this loss ultimately drove the reigning Papske, Mochavante P. Corchere, to his death. This is why the Sandorian Cathedral is adamant in locating the cardinal. Miss Madarian? You gotta be kidding! I know neither of her guilt nor innocence. That's why I've been searching for anyone who remembers her. Looks as if I finally found someone who can give me some useful information. Let me take the girl. I can see that her presence has been quite the burden for you and your people. Well, this is what the cathedral desires. I am not one to stand in its way. Grandpare! Omia, don't worry. I was beginning to think that this was about time everyone learned the truth. I've got to do something, or people will continue to doubt and hate me. Breesh? But... Hey, Luverance. As much as I'd like to take up your offer for a free cruise to the kingdom, I'm gonna have to pass. I gotta go to the Northlands with these guys before I can do anything else. Like they say, a promise is a promise. Yes, we must hurry to the Northlands to assist the Jonan diplomat, Nagmalada. Future Vanadil rides on this crucial mission. I understand your orders, Sir Luverance, but there's more important issues we must first address. You are working with Nagmalada? I see. I offer you this suggestion. Come to my airship and tell me what you know of Cardinal Midoriya. When you have answered all my questions, I shall personally fly you to the Northlands. I assume that I, too, am welcome aboard your ship? As a messenger from the Eastern Dynasty, I request an audience with the Royales. Understood. I'll be waiting at the Sea Lion's Den. Lady Priest, I am pleased to find out that you are a woman of understanding. I make your goodbyes and hurry to the docks. Okay. So, now we're heading to the Sea Lion's Den. We'll be departing shortly for the Sandorian Cathedral aboard St. Ulrich's airship. I asked he might accompany us, then he answered me with a hearty no. However, you need not worry, Jeff. I will not take an eye off of Lady Preach. And if by chance Sandoria breaks its promise and refuses to release her, I will do everything in my power to rescue the fair lady. However, if there's only one thing we must worry about, is the amount of time we are losing with all this sidetracking. We can only hope the boy is not too far ahead of us. Ship is about to leave. Let us all aboard. Where's Lady Olmia? Is she not accompanying us? I spoke with Olmia earlier and do not feel that she possesses any information of use to the kingdom. She is to remain here on the island. The elder Desperate would not even allow her to come see us off. He's quite worried about his granddaughter, isn't he? Yes, I sense we are to encounter much danger in our journey ahead. It's better if she stays here, for her own safety. Though she's not coming, I guess this means I'll never see her again. Lady Preach, we all walk different paths in life. However, if those paths point in the same direction, there's a good chance that we will see that they will cross again. Yeah, but to tell you the truth, I'd rather spend the next few weeks with Olmia than I would with you. Lady Preach, there are some opinions better left unspoken. Like Preach is about one that's going to let it drop. Well, I guess this is goodbye. Don't go falling off a cliff or getting eaten by a buffalo or anything, because I won't be around to save your butts. Wait! Huh? What? Take me with you. I may still be of some use. I haven't yet told you of the song I learned from Cardinal Midoriya. I feel that song may be an important clue into solving the mysteries that lie before us. Interesting. Very well, you may accompany us to Sandoria. Did you hear that? Olmia and Preach, back together again on the trail of adventure. Preach, I'm so sorry. I know you already know this, but let me say it anyway. I do not have any of the special powers that you do. There's so much I do not understand. However, there is one thing I do know, and that is that I wish to travel with you and sing your song. It is you who introduced me to the world filled with song, and this is the only way I can repay you. Olmia, thanks. Now let's get moving. Death, we will await you at the Sandorian Cathedral. Awesome. Chapter 4 is done. Okay. There's an optional cutscene with Despacare. Ooh-doo-doo-doo. Yeah, that's would I be correct in assuming that you have encountered the fearsome Mithran Sin Hunters in your adventures? Can't say that I have. Sin Hunters are responsible for punishing those who have broken Mithran law. However, their hunts are not restricted to the Mithra alone. In some circumstances, we Elven also become targets of their pursuits. A while ago, a Sin Hunter arrived in the Safehold. She appears to be in search of Cardinal Mildari. Explained to her that the Cardinal's whereabouts have been unknown to us since our isolation following the Great War. Apparently, Sin Hunter had learned about Priest from her conversations with others in the Safehold and insisted on meeting with her. But after discovering that Priest was not currently president of Tevnazia, she demanded to see Priest's room instead. Whatever could she have been searching for in Priest's quarters? I do hope this matter will not bring misfortune upon our already beleaguered community. So Omia truly left with Priest. Perhaps there's nothing an old man such as myself could have done to prevent it. I will not allow you to go tagging along with the abhorrent one. I will not allow it. Grandpere, you know as well as I do. There's nothing abhorrent about Priest. I can no longer ignore the problems that loom before us. Goodbye, Grandpere. Omia! I did everything I could to provide for my family and friends in this cursed place. I never realized that my actions were only tying them down. Apparently there's a handful of optional cutscenes you can get here. So we're gonna go ahead and do it. But you can walk in here, youngin. This is where I do my laundry. This is the wrong person, then. Mithra Sin Hunter? Keep your voice down. You wish to know the Mithra demanded to see Priest's room, right? First time I've seen one, but Mithra seemed to be a menacing race. When I tried arguing with that Sin Hunter, I was told off most sternly by old Odea. Sneak a quick look into the room after the Mithra had left, but nothing appeared out of place. When we talked to Odea, she might have something interesting to tell you. Mithra went to talk to her after searching for Priest's room. I haven't said anything about this to Priest or the others yet. She should probably make a report. Okay, so apparently that goes towards the quest called X Marks the Spot, which is not required for this. Okay, so the adventurer who I conversed with in the reliquary. Say you were searching for one Sir Loveridge, a Louverance and envoy of the cathedral. You'd be the grandson of Frank M. Mastale, Frank Maj the M. Mastale, the royal knight you were investigating earlier. That Sir Louveridge had retired from the Royal Knights in compass knowledge. However, I heard nothing of his enlistment in the Order of Temple Knights. If we High Priests were not informed of his return to military service, he must be entrusted with a mission of the highest importance indeed. It seemed to me that Sir Louveridge is traveling by airship. The wisest place to search for him would be the port. Do you not agree? Okay, so they're actually not at the cathedral, which... Good question. While we're here, travel to another home point, current zone, South Sandoria, 4. We got some crystals we can store. Usable little places in our inventory. That's something I'm going to work over the weekend, is trying to get my inventory bigger. Because honestly, 30 spots is pushing it pretty hard. I also don't think I've shown you guys this. This is the ephemeral Moogles. They show up and you can store your crystals with them. As you can see, he actually is see-through. He's ephemeral. For the time being, any crystals that I get, any clusters or normal crystals I get, I store with them. I will start selling the crystals when I have maxed out. I think it's 5,000 for each crystal. So. Sandoria. Port Sandoria. We want to go to the agency, so yeah, that one. Oh, it's locked. This is the exits. Never mind. When will the airship from Tivnazi arrive? I'm sorry, but I have no records for the type of airship you describe. Vessels not registered with the Air Travel Trade Agency are considered illegal and are only permitted to dock here in emergency situations. Did you truly see an airship like that? Are you sure it wasn't a dream or a hallucination? Are you still going on about that imaginary airship? I assure you, every single vessel that's strictly monitored by the Air Travel Agency. Even under orders of the Cathedral, no airship can be freely commandeered to fly off to any old place in Vanadil, especially not the Tavnazian Marquisate. If you don't believe me, try asking any of the other nations. That is, if you don't mind having people doubt your sanity. So apparently, we will not be going to the Sandorian Cathedral like was first expected. Where we will be going to is Port Bastock. Chapter 5, The Return Home. Where? Why, this isn't... Huh? This ain't St. Doria. I thought we were going to the cathedral. Smooth move there, Luvi. You look all smart and stuff, but you really ought to get yourself a compass. Come on, admit it. You took a wrong turn back there, didn't you? No, we were right where we were supposed to be. Bastock. However, we must have arrived slightly ahead of schedule, as I do not see our welcoming party. Well, that is of no matter. Let us be off to the Metalworks. Oh, Jet, what are you doing here? Heard that you went back to Tavnazia. Did you already meet up with Luverance? Jet, how did you get off the island? Ah, it's Sid. Priest, do you know this man? Master Sid, we were able to return earlier than first planned. I must thank you for again allowing us to borrow such a wonderful bird. The airship has been handed over to the good men at the port. So how did my Sid fly? Bet the ride was smooth as silk and soft as Saruta cotton. There are still a few stability problems that need to be stomped out, but her speed is far superior to that of the ships in the Armada. Quite superior indeed. It was a wonderful experience. This adventure in the skies reminds me of how I am incessantly plagued with terrible luck. If only I had the good fortune of meeting with you sooner, Master Sid. You got it wrong, Luverance. You were lucky to have met me when you did. If you had come along any earlier, I wouldn't have been able to help you. And the Sid, it was just completed a few weeks ago. Wow, you're the first to ever experience her turbo engines. The first. So, did you find this Cardinal Madoran you were looking for in Tabnazia? Unfortunately, no. The Cardinal has not been back to the archipelago. I was able to retrieve valuable information on her past from these two young ladies, but I'm no closer in grasping her whereabouts. That's not good. What about the Magicite? Were you able to find out anything for me? Actually, I did learn something very intriguing. However, this is not a good place. Did you say Magicite? You heard me right. Jed, you said you were looking for some too, right? I was hoping that you could join me when Luverance tells his story about Tefnazi's Magicite. But first, why don't you tell everyone what we know about the energy source in the Northlands? I see. So you have been following the advice of Eshnatal, traveling to the three nations of Sandoria, Bastok, and Windurst to gather information on the multinational expedition. If we can discover where the Tefnazian Magicite brought to Bastok originated, then we will discover the final destination of our journey. True, but after I told Jeth what I knew about the Dark Gem, I did a little more research on my own. When I asked an old friend about the subject, he told me something quite interesting. My Magicite wasn't found lying around in the Northlands, but inside a strange relic that he had brought back from the Northlands. A strange relic? Yes, some kind of strange box. According to the priests of Tabnazia, the ancients made the box from some unidentifiable metal, just like the kind used in the Crag of Dem. That sounds like a baptismal vessel. Baptismal vessel? Priest, do you know something about this box? Of course, the Tabnazian theologians used that box when performing the baptism ceremony. Should still be in the Sacrarium Tabernacle. I'd know because I'm the only one who has the key to that place. I've been protecting the key ever since before the Great War, on Miss Maldurian's orders. The baptism ceremony. And Priest's accent was... Yes, why didn't I see it before? Even though you were deemed the abhorrent one, you still took part in the theologian's baptism. Then let me tell you this. While in Tefnazia, I attempted to investigate the baptismal vessel for Master Sid. However, I was forced to abandon my investigation before I ever began. Just days before I arrived, an officer of the duchy, Nagmalata, broke into the sacrarium and stole the relic. The vessel was stolen? It's those hooded bastards from Juno. They must have learned what I was searching for, the origins of the Black Magicite, stole the box so I couldn't get my hands on it. So close. Now I'll never learn its secrets. Wait a minute. Priest, you said you knew about the box. What can you tell us? Even the smallest bit of info could help. The vessel's evil. It changed my life. Dragged me to hell and back. Priest? You have to get the vessel out of Nagmalata's hands. It belongs in Tabnazia. Priest, wait! Priest, you cannot keep going off on your own. It's too dangerous. Jeth, you mentioned that you and Tenzin have made arrangements to meet Nagmalata in the northwestern tower of Pozia. Great energy of the Northlands. While not necessarily relevant to my current mission, I am intrigued on a personal level. I'll be waiting for you in Bucidin, Jeth. Well, that doesn't look good now, does it? Jeth, you should probably try to catch up with your companions ASAP. Me? I'll keep trying to find out more on the Magicite. I've still got a few cards up my sleeve. You don't wear sleeves, Sid. What are you talking about? Up your gloves, maybe. Okay, so unfortunately, our time is at an end, and this is actually a really good starting point, even if it is a little bit of a cliffhanger. So we will get back to this next time, which will be Monday. I'm pretty sure. So, but tonight, I'm actually a little tired. So in terms of everything else that I've been doing for the game, let's see, I did a little bit more upgrade on the armor that I'm holding, as well as upgrading and augmenting a couple pieces. I found out, well, I don't know if I can actually show it, I can't seem to do it when I'm looking at the equipment itself. So I noticed that with this, when you look at these items here, they're augmented. They have a down arrow there, as you can see. Now, when I was looking at them originally, you were able to do something along the lines of hit the menu button. But when I try and do that while looking at them, it's not actually letting me do that. Not the way that I would like. So I'm not sure how to check that gear again. That's something I'll have to figure out. But it actually will show me what the different augments that I have on these will actually do at some point. Anyway, the other thing that I've upgraded, I went ahead and I think I upgraded. Yeah, I upgraded the hands that I have here, as well as the cape that I had. It's got some augments on it now: dexterity, and attack, and accuracy, I believe. But I'll need to figure out how to look at those augments, because apparently I'm supposed to be able to get a few of these capes, and they'll handle for different builds that I'll be doing eventually. So we'll see how that goes. Anyway. So we've made some good progress and some interesting narrative twists and turns. We met Diablos, the Lord of Dreams. We got Tachi Kasha. We found out a bit more about the intrigues of Cardinal Mildorion, and a little bit of past reveal on Preesh, but other than that, not a whole lot else. So, anyway, we're gonna finish off here. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Budai and Seth Rot, I really do appreciate it. Chibi Loom, you came in for just a short time there. It's okay, didn't hear from you, but it's appreciated that you showed up anyway. We will be back onto this at Monday, and we will take ourselves into Hyozai. I don't even know how that's going to be sound. I feel like I have to get a pronunciation dictionary for all these words to know how to even say them, because I'm just taking a random guess. Anyway, but we'll do that Monday, next Wednesday, and Friday, and that will be until we crank into much later into the game itself. But we've just got enough story that we just kind of need to kind of hack through to get further on into the end game stuff, so I'm able to do other things and show more of the story. So I don't know what we'll do after the full story gets done with Final Fantasy. I probably will stop streaming it, at least for a while. But that won't be for a while. That will be for a long time, because there's so much we need to do. Because I'm actually going to work through the Abyssia stuff and all that jazz. So, yeah. I eventually will be getting out of this armor that I'm in. I'm expecting that at some point, because when we go into the next expansion, Treasures of Ottergone, there are times when I will have to wait for the next Japanese midnight reset, which is like, I can't remember when it is. It's sometime in my afternoon, I think. I'm not sure exactly when it is, but at some points I will not be able to continue on with what I'm doing, at least story-wise. So we will do other stuff. We'll go in and we'll get my normal relic armor during that. So we still actually have to upgrade our level 1 katana to the 40 katana. That is the normal artifact armor, the normal artifact weapon, and then going from there, we will then get all the armor pieces. So then I will finally look like a samurai. I'll probably keep the head off, just so you can see my face, but otherwise we will put it on. We can eventually get into beating Dynamis to get the relic armor pieces. And then when we get into Abyssia, there's a whole thing of going through that. So that's what we'll be kind of doing for that. If you guys aren't interested in watching Final Fantasy XI, which I don't know why not, it's considered one of the best story ones, apparently. And I believe it. I believe the story is very good. Chains of Promathia has actually been quite more interesting than something like the Nation missions or something. So, if you're not interested in those, Tuesdays and Thursdays, it's going to be Dredge still. I don't know how much further we're going to take along for Dredge, because there is DLCs and stuff like that. We'll at least get through the main part of the game. And I believe we're going into the Devil's Spine or whatever it was on Tuesday. So we'll go into like volcanic areas and stuff like that and find the last relic there. I don't know where it goes from there. We'll see. But yeah, I'm glad that you guys showed up to watch. I hope you guys have a good weekend. I hope your week was okay, that you were able to have some fulfilling progress at work or with whatever you're doing, and that you were able to spend some time and relax with me, whether you watch it during stream or post. So, if you do watch it in post, bless you. I really do appreciate it. Even if it's not helping me as much as watching me during the live streams, it's still a help. Whatever it is, however small you might think it be. It's great. So, I will go ahead and say goodnight now. I hope you guys have a good weekend. I hope you're enjoying the fall time. Get out, enjoy some autumn weather. Maybe you'll get around to the point where we're getting, leaves changing wherever you are. Be able to have, leaf piles or enjoy pumpkin spice or apples and caramel, whatever you do for kind of the fall season. Anyway, I will see you guys Monday when we get back into this game. And until then, take care. Good night and have fun.